Then I have to combat a dog that jumped on me. my one of them, my new little dog, has some of these emotions that we're going to be talking about. Dogs feel all the same emotions. And you really see it when you rescue an animal, I'm telling you. Sheila, so are you sewing?
I am crocheting right now.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Let me see if a couple other people on my message.
I am working on, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm working on these little centerpieces for sunflowers.
Oh, fun.
This is what it's going to look like, supposed to be.
Oh, that's cute. Little sunflowers. Those are really adorable. Like you put them on the table? Those are cute. Oops.
Here, did you see the sunflower that I'm working on?
Yeah, I can see the sunflower that you're working on.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here doing.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to message. There was 2 people that really said they were wanted to hop on, and those people aren't on yet. So I'm going to give them 1 second here. And then we'll just start and they'll hop on. If that's why I record it, though, and hopefully that this will be so I can send it to some people. I probably can't see me as much, but my little dog. Hopefully, you can see my screen. Sheila, you can see the screen, right? The PowerPoint. It's a little breaky up when people talk. So might have to chat in the comments, and then I will be able to hop you on later at the end. Okay. All right. I know I don't have the best internet connection here, so I know if you guys end up can't hearing me very well, please let me know. And just got home. Okay. Well, let me just message him real quick. Someone's sending me a message. Oh. I'll click the link. Hold on. People are messaging me. Click the link. I know this is some of the first times people have ever used this app. And so I'm making sure that some of the people
not available. Connect to the internet.
So I know that there's a few people that have never used this app before. So I have a couple people that are messaging me on Facebook, so I'm just trying to send them messages. Jazzy, you have to get down. So we'll give them a second. If not, I will definitely record this. Okay, I'm gonna start. It's past 4, and I appreciate you guys being on. I had a little technical difficulties also with the Wi-Fi, deciding if I want to connect to the Wi-Fi where I'm at, or use, I use my devices, like I connect Bluetooth with my phone. So I know I can sometimes struggle with the connection. And there's Mitch on. Hey, you figured it out, Mitch. You're probably on with your phone, which is fine. So what I'm going to do, though, I was waiting for you. If anybody else hops on, I'm just going to go ahead and just mute you guys. If you know how to mute yourself, I'm going to mute you. So there's no background noise, and we'll just get started. So this is a class on emotions and essential oils, and it's September 2018. And so I know some of you can't see, some of only a couple of you can see the PowerPoint, but that's okay. I will make this available for you so you can see this PowerPoint. And so pretty much my PowerPoint says emotions and essential oils. And kind of what we'll be going over in this webinar is the science behind your emotions and essential oils and tools to for habits and healthy body and chemistry, and practicing emotional wellness with steps you can take now. So just a brief thing, what are essential oils? Essential oils are they're natural, what this is saying, they're natural aromatic part of the found of seed, bark, stems, roots, flowers. They're really the lifeblood of the plant. So we are carbon-based, they are carbon-based. So they're kind of, I like to think of them as the lifeblood of that plant. So when you're talking about the lemon or orange, we're talking about the zest of it when you smell it in the rind. That's the essential oil of it all. And then you also have many other things like the resin of a tree, which is like frankincense. So those are like the simple basics of what essential oil is. And I just want to point this out, for one drop of a really good essential oil, I think they say it's about 40,000 molecules and chemical constituents of that. And so there are over like 3,000 different chemical constituents found in essential oils. And so they're very great. They're also volatile, that like when you open a bottle like I have right here, which will probably scare my dog away finally. She's sitting on me. This is lemon, unless she likes it. That if you leave it open, it evaporates and you smell the aroma. Obviously she likes that one. I might go get the lavender in her because she's a little anxious. And so we'll be talking about that with pets tonight. So that's when you open up a bottle and you have it, it's going to diffuse into the air. So we're going to talk about we're going to talk about your smell and really how the aroma therapy actually works with your emotions. So in this really cool picture, you can see that scent travels through your nose. And have you ever been in a place where a scent draws back memories for you? The smell of French bread for me brings me back to when I worked in a deli as a teenager. And so I smell fresh bread being baked. I totally smell, it reminds me back to when I was a deli clerk. And so that smell brings back a memory. So you can even find that smells bring back memories. And you can see, we're going to talk a little science here. So when you breathe it in, you're going right in through your nasal passageway there, and see how it's connected to this limbic part of your system. So why that is so important is that because that's where memory is stored. You'll next see it here in the next slide here.
And help protect them.
So I have you guys muted. Just if you need to ask a question, you can put it in the comment and I can unmute you. Okay, so this is your limbic system. Okay, this is where you store memory. And this is one area of the brain. But see how this is really cool because your olfactory is there, which is the olfactory is in your brain and when you're smelling and bringing in the aroma, to why you have it then circulate. And it's really cool because the amygdala, see how the hippocampus and the amygdala, those are actually where they think like Alzheimer's takes place, is in that area. They think that's where it actually starts. So having those are immediately impacted within like 26 seconds of you inhaling an essential oil. Those are all impacted. And what you're finding is that really your emotions and your nerve signals, from your nerve signals to when you see have your hypothalamus and your thalamus, those all send off like hormones, all sorts of kind of hormones throughout your body, and they control on all sorts of kind of things. And so essential oils impact on that level. If I can right here give you this little slide. So it says the hippocampus is generally with the memory and focus and helps your motor control. The amygdala, I have a hard time pronouncing it, and I went through and had to memorize all this for school. is tied to fear and anxiety. Your hypothalamus, which then regulates so many other hormones within yours, it's always working on being homeostasis. And then the rest of this here, I won't go into all these massive science details, but then you can see that as you're breathing them in, they are going to connect neurologically and emotionally with your brain. And there's lots of science behind this. So the 5 guidelines to expressing your emotions in a healthy way is, one, we want to identify the emotion that we're having at that point. You know, you got to stop and think, you know, sometimes you don't. You have the flight or fight response and say something traumatic happens and that's your response, the flight response that you're, oh my gosh, I got to do something. Then that's your do something. But, or for instance, I had to take a test. I found out at work, I have to pass a test. So Friday I had to take a test. So the emotion I was having before the test, I realized was a little anxious and a little upset, which is a total normal emotion. Well, how am I going to trigger that? And what do I want to feel like? So identify the source of the emotion and decide what you want to do. And then choose your essential oil that will help with your pathway with it. And I'm going to tell you, okay, I'll let you guys guess what oil I used as we go through this for the test. I put some on my hands. I breathed it in. I was the first person done with that test. And I passed. And I was not stressed. There's like always some questions you get to when you're taking a test that you're like, I don't know this answer. I'm going to figure out what is the best answer, you know? So I know it absolutely calmed me down. Just recently on my lap right now, she's a week old. We rescued this little pup. So it not just works on humans, it definitely works on our pet animals. This is Jazzy in my lap. Actually, she came to me because of an essential oil on my hand that dogs find appealing. And she wouldn't let anyone touch her. And we know that, we pretty much know she's been abused. Looks like her teeth were actually chipped in. And my husband thinks that she was probably kicked in the face because she's very timid. So that's why she's on my lap. She's extremely timid. And we do a lot of aromatherapy with her. So, and it works. So let's get into the next slide. So relief from our emotions and movement towards one another. So like we said, if we're realizing we have to trigger these emotions that we're having, that you want to feel something else, this is what we're going to help and store. I also want to bring back that there are some emotions that we have, and there's some stress or things that we have that are carried in different areas of our body. And if we don't take care of these certain stressors or certain negative things that we're carrying around, they will come out as diseases in a physical form in your body later in time. There's so much science to back that up. So it's so important to take care of your emotions healthy. And I have some incredible tips tonight for you guys with that. So this is one, how do we identify them, releasing and restoring? So there's a lot we do need to release some emotions. There's a times we need to let them go, and how we need to let them go in a proper manner. So the cool thing is, doTERRA has a whole emotional kit just for the emotions. So we're going to start with learning about some of those oils that they have. So sadness and grief. When we're feeling very sad and you're having a hard time with grieving, which just recently, this is one of the oils I'm probably going to be sending out to my mother-in-law. She's had 2 loved ones, and I've also given this oil to other people. It's called Console. It's a comforting blend, and it's got frankincense, patchouli, ylang-ylang, sandalwood, and rose. And Console is one we want to use to combat, to help with comfort. It counteracts those negative feelings that we're having. It helps you stabilize and ground. This one is really great to diffuse, but this one also you might want to put it on your wrists. That's one area to apply if you're having this, or another is actually behind your ears. It's another like reflexology to this. There are some amazing, powerful oils you can see in there. You have frankincense, which is an incredible crossing the blood-brain barrier. One of my favorites is ylang-ylang. It has really been shown that it's good for sadness and dealing with some depression. Sandalwood and rose. Rose is just an amazing oil. So these are blended specifically to help you with these. If you're feeling ashamed, if you're grieving, if you're worried, if you're fearful, this is one of them that you want to take and apply. And it's one I've given away lately to some people that have been feeling this way. And I've had lost loved ones. So the next emotion and thing we'll be talking about is anger and frustration. Anyone who's been a parent has had lots of this, or in life, period. So this one, actually, I have to tell you, this oil, when I got it, I didn't like the smell of it. I realized it's because I had some forgiveness issues. I really was struggling with some forgiving, not just other people, but myself. And so this oil I've had to work with and really doing it with a very therapeutic way when it comes to journaling. And that's one way in dealing with our anger and frustration. So fear is an oil you can see with that it has incredible spices like bergamot, juniper, myrrh, arbarbante, and thyme oil. It's more of a all woodsy smell. If you guys were around me, I'd pass it around. It smells like wood. The bergamot is a citrus oil. Juniper is it's from the wood. It doesn't taste like the berry. Myrrh is a wood. Arbarbante is a wood. Thyme, as you guys know, is a spice. And forgive will promote the content, relief, patience, helps us with feelings of discomfort from bitter, angst, shame, grief, guilt, and judgment. So this is what this forgive oil is really all about, and you want to use. It also has just incredible other oils for it if you are going to apply it topically. Juniper oil for me really helps remove toxins and get you going to the bathroom and voiding or peeing more often. So just realize that if you apply forgive the first time, and you're also getting the physical effects of these oils if you're applying them. Also, they're also going to help with your emotions. So you're going to have really both when it comes to the things. And just a little side note, bergamot is known to help with the blood pressure. So this is an incredible one because when you are angry and frustrated, your blood pressure elevates. Just a normal response in you. So this is one that's going to help bring that down if you're suffering with one of those things. It's going to help level you out, so to speak. Myrrh oil. Myrrh has been back and forth. That myrrh oil is such a powerful essential oil. And for what it's done, it's one of them they talked about giving to the Christ child. It is a very, very good oil for your skin. It's very good for emotions. They used it in prayer time. They would have the and smelling it for prayer time, probably for us to let go of emotions that we need to not let go of. When you're struggling with anger and bitterness, this is when you want to grab that oil. You want to put it on your points. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. You can put it and just breathe it in. And I really strongly suggest we'll keep talking about why journaling and why some different points. And I'm going to give you ideas about a book too that I've really read, that I really enjoyed, that has helped me. All right, next oil we're going to talk about. Let's get into some happy, happy, joy, joy. Who doesn't need happy, happy, joy, joy? Okay, so this is cheer. Cheer is an amazing essential oil. It's got one of my favorites. So when I was talking about in the test that I had to take, I didn't have cheer on me. I would have used it. But I had wild orange in my pocket. And so wild orange is one of the first ingredients to cheer. So the oils in cheer are wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle. Then it's got some yummy spices like nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon. So it's just, I have it right next to me. I thought it was over here by me. Maybe it's not. It smells so good. It's very uplifting. It's very bring you, but at the same time, you have those citrus oils that will also make it calm. So doTERRA's been part of a couple different things where they've actually put oils in the hospitals and did the aromatherapy, and they found that people with the citrus oils going are less stressed. So this one is one that I found that is when you're struggling with certain things. So when you want to promote to being autism or optimistic, when you want to be cheerful, happy, and you want to counteract those negative emotions of, feeling distracted, discouraged, gloomy, somber, disinterested. This is the kind of oil you want to use. This is the oil that it smells so good. It just smells so good. Wild orange is amazing, and then you have some of my other favorites all in this blend. I love clove, because clove is, this one you could almost technically, because of all the ingredients, you could put a drop in a glass of water. All of them, they will tell you if it has a supplemental fact on the side, but I know the ingredients list is being wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure lemon myrtle is orally, but cinnamon is, ginger is, vanilla, nutmeg. And this is an incredible, like, it's almost like a little bit of a citrus perfumish spice. It's a great, great oil. Let me go back to my next slide. All right, so this one is one I'm going to diffuse tomorrow, probably for my munchkins, my doggies. So this is one of my favorites. This is Peace. This is calming, and I will tell you all the oils that are inside Peace. Peace blend has vetiver. Vetiver is known for sedation and relaxation. It has ylang-ylang again, which I don't know if when you get that oil, it just smells so good. It's so calming. Then it has the most calming oil we could ever think about, lavender. I've got a story I've got to tell you about that. Then it has frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, landolum, and spearmint. So it's a great blend. So just recently, we got this little dog, and we rescued her and the other dogs, and she definitely, I was worried about my dogs getting along anxious-wise, so this is one that we use a lot on our pets. And so we were diffusing it in here, and then we applied it actually on their collars, and then we were actually using it topically on her skin issues, which I still am. And there was so much lavender, just aromatherapy in here. My husband and I were just like, oh, we are just too, we called it a labrified. We're making up some word. We were just both wanting to take a nap. It was just like, I don't want to do anything but just chill here and take a nap. And most people I put this on, this is one of my carry a lot on with me as a nurse, because as a nurse, I come out with you with sharp objects. So who doesn't like a nurse come out with you with sharp objects? That's what I do for a living. And so I've had so many patients that are anxious and upset. And so many times I've asked them, especially when it's their first time with whatever I'm doing with them, I will put some Peace on them. And I guarantee you every single one of them is so much calmer, and the blood pressures are fine. Oh, they just love the smell. Either put it on them or I'll put it on a little thing for them to just inhale it. And I put this on a little kid, one of my kiddos, just recently. And with he wouldn't sit still, more of an ADHD. And he didn't fall, at one point he almost fell asleep, but he was just so mellow and not high strung. So this is one that's just going to mellow you out. This also one is that if you're of a certain age, I don't know if it's just because I'm 40 and it hit me, but if anyone ever suffered with a panic attack and lonely, and now I have so much empathy for those who have had that. And so I realized I was suffering with that, and I actually got tachycardic. Like, I'm worse because I'm the nurse who's just like sitting there taking my pulse going, I'm not doing anything here. My pulse is doing this. My chest is feeling this. And I'm assessing what's going on in my body to the response of the anxious feelings I was having. And so I go, this is very new with the oils, and very new to having these emotional oils. And I go, I'm going to try this Peace. And I put just 2 drops on my chest and then put the rest of it on my wrists. And within like 10 minutes, and I did more practicing the deep breathing and slowing my breathing, my heart rate went down and I was relaxed. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this oil. So this is like one of my faves, my absolute faves for calming down the stress. And then also with clearing the head, if you're having those feelings of anxious and worried and insecurity, this is my, like, one of my faves. This has become totally one of my faves. That's why it's on most of the time it's in my pocket for work, because then I want to be able to, sure I can give it to somebody else or apply it to somebody else who's feeling that way when I come at them with a sharp object as a nurse. So that one's amazing. I love this one. So my next favorite oil is Motivate Blend. So Motivate is one I use before I go to the gym because I'm like, I got to get my butt up and working. So this one is a blend of, it's got some peppermint, which is a good uplifting one. Then it's got clementine. It's got coriander. It's got Melissa, which is a really expensive, amazing oil. It has rosemary. It has basil. It has this oil called using oil in it. It's really a pick-me-up oil. And this oil, you want to use it to promote feelings of confidence, encouragement, and beliefs. Yes, before you go to the gym, I can do this. I can do this. That is how I love my Motivate. And so that's when I usually apply it. We do love the smell of it, but I'm gonna just be honest, man. I need some motivation in the gym. I look at those other people, and I mean, the skinny girls, I just want to shove them off the equipment and feed them donuts. So that is why I need my Motivate, so I don't beat up skinny people. So now we're going to talk about one of my other favorite ones. Ooh, this one is like yummy. This one's called Passion. So Passion, I found it and I just love it. It's like a perfume. It's got some I just can take it back because you see a couple of these oils have some incredible other factors. If you have questions, we'll answer some of those specific questions to some of these blends in it. But Passion has cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, clove, sandalwood, and jasmine and vanilla. And it smells yummy is what I can just tell you. It smells yummy. And I have a little of it right here. What's left of this little teeny bottle that I've kind of savored. And this bottle is, I'm telling you, a little old because I have had it a long, long time. I love it as a perfume. I love it. It ignites feelings of excitement and joy. So when you want to use this, if you're having disinterest, discomfort, ladies, every single person I know loves Passion as a perfume because it reminds me of this like gorgeous perfume. And I put it on so many different times. And remember, it's when we put it on, it's 1 to 2 drops. And with these ones, I would really say 1 drop is enough on the wrist. And you can put it on a diffuser necklace as one way, as I used to carry it around because I want to smell it longer. And I've had people come up to me and go, oh my gosh, you smell so good. So good. And people love that passion oil. It's just that invigorating, but also those incredible spices with cardamom and cinnamon and clove. It's just a really good oil. So the cool thing is in September, all those oils that we just talked about, which is Console, Peace, Motivate, Cheer, Passion, all those come in a starter kit right here with this diffuser. They're the normal price of it all is $195. Until the end of September, they're going to be $156. And literally, this is like getting, because I'm going to tell you, if I were to go buy all these oils together, and my account where I'm going to get them wholesale, they're $154. So I did the math. And so literally you're getting this diffuser for like $2. And I don't own this diffuser yet because I want to, but it's $70 just for me, wholesale. Retail, it's a $90 diffuser because it does a big surface area. So it's a great diffuser for your house. And how you do it is you put water and then you put 1 to 2 drops of oils in it. And so I can't even get this deal that is offered. This is only for someone who's never purchased with doTERRA. So this kit, the aromatherapy kit, this deal ends the end of the month, and it's $156 right now. Also, I have a couple other oils that aren't in this kit, but I really think we need to talk about when it comes to your emotions. One is Balance. So Balance is this incredible blend. I didn't write it down, so I'm going to look at the bottle. It's diluted with your fractionated coconut oil. It's incredible to put on your skin. It has frankincense in it. It has spruce oil as it, blue tansine in it, hoya wood, and blue chamomile. And it's a super one for calming. It's another incredible one for calming. It's one we want people to apply daily. Just recently had of a friend of a friend. We put this on him, and he was just getting off his anxiety medication, and he just he cut cold turkey on his meds. And I said, don't do that when it comes to anxiety meds. And so Balance is the one that I put a drop on him, and he goes, oh my gosh, I'm so calm. And he immediately had to purchase it. And now his wife told me, she goes, it smells very woodsy, which is perfect for him. She goes, he won't go anywhere without his Balance. And so he loves his Balance. It is helping him just what it says, what it does, keep you balanced, keep you grounded. And so it is one that I like to put on before I go to work. I put it on actually at the back of my neck, behind my ears is one area that I put it on. Another reason I used to carry it around is if you put it on a vein, and if you learn anything you know of medicine, it will just make it vasodilate. And there's not anyone I've ever not put it on where that doesn't work. It has some really, really cool, expensive oils in it for the wholesale price is only, I think, $20. Retail, I think it's like $23, whatever, 25% more. And it really is an incredible, incredible oil for keeping you grounded if you're feeling like on a day-to-day basis that you're having a lot of stress or anxiety or things that you in your life, then this is one that you want. And you want to just apply it. You want to apply it. People say they diffuse it. I rarely diffuse it. I like this one oil on me. And when you have an oil on you or you're breathing it in, you only have like 26 seconds before it's in your bloodstream. And if you put it on the bottom of your feet, you have no pores there. And so within 20 minutes of putting the oil on the bottom of your feet, you're going to see your body would have those essential oils, little molecules all over your body. And they work on restoring balance. They work on your receptor sites. They work on your mandibula. They really work on those areas. There's a couple other oils that I wanted to bring up that they have. Citrus Bliss is another one, which is all your citrus ones. It's one of my son's favorite oils to diffuse. And they have an elevation blend. And then they have what's another one called Serenity. And Serenity is your sleep. It is your sleep and rest one. And if Whitney was on, she would tell you about the stories of her and her husband. They're sleeping so much better with that blend. She goes, I can't believe how amazing that blend is. And I said, I know. I struggled with sleep issues for a long time. And Serenity is an amazing blend to help relaxation and go to sleep. It's one I spray on my pillows and I diffuse it at night. Okay, so the big thing is I was going to share with you guys this book that I'm passing along to a friend. This is called Emotions and Healing. There are so many other oils so when it comes to working with your emotions, and this is a good one. She has some incredible information in this book. And I'm telling you, she has relaxation, body relaxation techniques, works on motivation, and really it is so important when it comes to having your tank filled, and then to journalizing if you're dealing with negative emotions, and then to use them. I literally took so many highlights, so it's really hard to really cover everything that she had in here. But she said it's really important you take a look, you stop and analyze yourself. And we look at those life scripts that are running in the back of our mind that are affecting us. And it's really important to reflect on yourself and your needs and making sure your tank is filled, and also having affirmation. So there isn't a whole thing when it comes to also the oils and vibration. I didn't even get into that. There's a lot more science with that. But with this little slide, you guys, the ones you can't see it says the power of prayer. One research found that a negative thought lowers your frequencies by 10 megahertz. Positive thoughts raises it. Prayer, on the other hand, will raise it. And prayer and then oils will also raise your frequency within your body, which is a really great thing. So what I have for you guys to end this PowerPoint is I want you to listen to the song, and I want you to just take this few moments. I wish you had some of these oils on your hands so you could just breathe this in, and just take this few moments and realize that if you've been struggling with some emotions and you've been struggling with some anxiety, you've been struggling with some negative things that I have going on, and that you're worth it, and that you are loved. So I'm just gonna play this song here for you, and then I'll unmute you all.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, you say I love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet.
Why can I not find my market bag?
You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
I found my market bags on this freaking page. Why are my market bags not here now?
Okay. So I just want to thank you all for being a part of this. And then I wanted to make sure I answered any questions you guys have. Whoops.
Opposite of milk.
That was a commercial. So any questions? I didn't see in the chat.
You can look in the chat.
I don't even know where the chat is. Oh, right there. Was it? I didn't see if there was any chat. Sorry if there was any chat questions. Did you have a question?
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone is kicking me out and then bringing me back in.
Oh, that's okay. I've definitely recording this. I think I'm gonna just figure out how to stop the recording. Pause.